Hello, happy Tuesday. This is Darren Roberts, Master Trainer at Impact Training Corporation and the Abundance Accelerant. Welcome to the Tuesday Tickle and Tick show number 23. Today, 4 quick questions to stop you losing sales. Over the last few weeks of the Tuesday Tickle and Tick, we've covered some philosophy, we've covered some mindset, we've covered some personal habits to get in to live to your potential. Today is a direct sales communication sequence to add to your best practice for your sales. You know, as a consumer, as I'm out purchasing, I see that salespeople overtalk. They talk too much and they feel like they're talking the prospect into buying. Now that's the last thing that we want. An effective communication and sales process has the customer or client feeling that they've chosen to buy because they're fully engaged in the process, not feeling like they've been sold to, which creates buyer's remorse. So as I said, the way that we have the customer feeling that they've bought, that it's been their decision, is to have them fully engaged in the conversation. So I'm going to teach you how to do that. The first thing we need to do is to teach to be seen as an expert or an authority in our marketplace so that we obtain followers. Now, if you go back to the Tuesday Tickle and Tick show number 3, I'll teach you about ink spotting and the way to be seen as an expert. So I'll actually include my YouTube channel in the comments below, which has all of my Tuesday Tickle and Ticks plus some keynote presentation, so you can go back to number 3 and check that out. So let's say you're in real estate. Maybe you teach the balance of cash flow versus capital growth. Maybe you're in the fitness industry and you teach the balance between nutrition and exercise to increase health and fitness. Maybe you're in retail, helping retailers, and you teach them the balance of the sale versus customer care to get repeat customers. Whatever it is for your industry. Once you've taught them that, you have the opportunity to roll out those 4 questions. The first question is, do you think it's important to understand the balance of A and B to achieve your goal? So for instance, in real estate, do you think it's important to understand the balance of cash flow and capital growth to achieve your retirement plan? Now, of course, the customer's going to say yes. Second question, we get the customer involved. Hey, listen, from your perspective, why do you think it's so important? From your perspective, tell me more about that. Why do you think it's so important? Conversation, conversation, conversation. The third question starts with, yeah, I agree. So now you're not pushing anything down their throat. You're not telling them what to think. You're agreeing with what their responses are. Listen, I agree. Listen, what would be the ramifications if you only focused on cash flow and not capital growth? Conversation, conversation, conversation. Now we know that avoiding pain is the greatest motivator of human behavior for a quick decision. So that third question is designed to create that negative feeling. Listen, what would be, I totally agree with you, what would be the outcome if you only focused on one of those and not the other? Conversation, conversation, conversation. The fourth question is the acknowledgement from the customer. And the question is, listen, is that an option for you? Is that negative ramification an option for you? And as you know from some of my previous Tickle and Ticks, we use some body language and some NLP to lead the answer. So we want a no answer. So we have a frown on our face and a bit of a shake of the head as we ask the question, and maybe palms down to elicit a negative response. So listen, is that an option for you? And of course the customer is going to say, no way, I can't have that. Which perfectly situates you to then talk about your products and services and a solution and relate it back to their goal. Let me give you a fitness industry example. We might teach about nutrition and exercise for weight loss. Hey, listen, Mary, do you think it's important to understand the balance of exercise and nutrition to help with that weight loss you're after? And Mary's going to say, absolutely. Listen, Mary, from your perspective, why do you think it's so important? Mary might say, well, listen, I've been focusing for years just on the exercise and not doing the nutrition part, so clearly that's held me back. Okay. Listen, I totally agree. I'm glad you've seen the balance there. Listen, what would be the ramifications if you continued just the exercise and weren't looking after the nutrition side of it? Oh, I wouldn't be in the shape that I want to be when I go on my holiday. Okay. All right, and is that an option for you? No, absolutely not. I want to really enjoy that holiday and be in good shape. Okay, listen, well, what we're going to do is we'll set the program both for your exercise and your nutrition, and we'll make sure we fast track that weight loss so you feel comfortable on your holiday. So now I'm positioned to go and talk about my products and services and relate it back to an emotion, and the customer has given me permission to do that. So 4 quick questions to stop losing sales. What I want you to do is to write that out for your industry. What is something you can teach about your industry, and how do you relate those 4 questions to your industry? The customer will feel like they've bought rather than being sold to, which is very rewarding for you as a salesperson, and of course, very comfortable for the customer as well. It takes some practice. You need to communicate it and practice it with someone else so that it can become authentic rather than a fake role play. At least 3 times each every day for a week, it'll start to get authentic. So put that into practice. You guys have a great Tuesday night, and we'll see you next week for the Tuesday Tickle and Tick. Bye for now.